Uh-oh.
Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques,
Halt.
Jacques,
Halt.
what's up, folks? What is going on? What is going down in your neck of the woods? We are here, Jacques.
Yes,
Tennessee
sir.
Titans, man. NFL draft coming through, man. Hey, it's next Thursday, Jacques. You ready?
Man, it's creeping, man. It came fast, actually. I didn't realize how fast it was. It was right around the corner. April is moving. So, yeah,
Yep.
man, ready as I'm going to be. This is
Yeah, that's right.
ready. What about you?
Dude, I'm so ready, man. I'm ready because the future is now, as you all see on the thumbtack, right? On the thumbnail. The future is now, man. And
Mhm.
this draft for the franchise is going to be the most important draft that we've had probably in the last 6 years. You know what I'm saying? We need all of these picks to pan out, man, and we need them to play next year. Like, they're going to be on the field. There's going to be opportunities for these rookies to come in and play well and be a big impact for us. So I'm excited for these new guys coming onto the team, man. For those that happen to get drafted, man, hey, welcome to the city. Welcome to Tennessee. Welcome to that powder blue. We here, Jacques. We here, man.
Sure. Yes, sir. Like you said. We haven't had a lot of chop up in a minute. It's been a while. So, man, we're going to definitely go ahead and get into it. Well, not get into it, but we're going to shout our peoples out, man, because it's been a minute since we talked to the weekly family, man. We've been on Bleacher Report. Like, shout out to Bleacher Report. But
Yep.
what up, Tyrell? Just want to give you a
What
real
up?
quick shout out. What's up, fellas? And everyone tighten up. The future's bright. Just enjoy the ride. There you go. We got Cadero in the building. Take the overall and total wins for Titans this season. Bank on it. Much improved off season this season. Tighten up. We got Mr. Cashville 11 in the building. What's cracking with you, brother? We got
What's up?
TK in the building. What's
What up,
up,
Tremaine? What's happening, boss? What's good, bro?
Let me see. It's slowly coming in, Hawk. Slowly coming in. Slowly coming in. YouTube sending out them notifications a little late, but yeah, man, we here. We are here.
We are, man. We are. We hope everyone's had a great Friday, man. This is the last week before the draft. So, the team that you see now won't be the team that you'll see this time next week. You know what I mean? So we'll have some new players and things, and man, we're gonna get it cracking. So, Jacques,
Yes, sir.
let's get into some draft talk, man. Hey, for those that are in the comment section, as you know we do, man. Hey, throw your comments out there. Let's get excited, man. We got a whole draft to talk about, Jacques. And this won't be our pre-draft, of who we're going to draft. We'll definitely do that next week. This is the pre-draft to the pre-draft. You know what I'm saying? This is the warm-up, so to speak. You know what I mean? So that's where we at. So, Jacques, today, man, and even over the past few days, even us as well, we talked about this even 2 days ago about the 7th pick, right? And the 7th pick, where we sit, based on the other 6 teams, many of them needing quarterbacks, I really feel like where we are might be the most pivotal team in the draft, at least the top 3 probably, of what we do with the 7th pick. I think that's going to dictate what a lot of folks do within the top 15 based on what we do. Most of the teams up front, we sort of know what they're going to draft. Not so much the player, but the position. We don't know. Most people don't know what the Titans are going to do because we have holes and we got things that we need to plug in and to figure out what we're going to do with 7. So I have sort of a multi-question for you on this, man. And those in the comment section, throw your answer out there as well. So with the 7th pick, Jacques, are you trading this pick? Are you trading this pick? If so, what are you going to do with the pick? And if not, who are you drafting at 7? Talk to us, Jacques.
Oh, man. To be honest, and we talked about it on the Bleacher Report show, I'm staying put. And I'm gonna get one of those offensive linemen. If it's alt, which I still, again, yeah, we don't know. The draft can be dictated by us too. But I will say this as well. When it comes down to it, is that better? Okay,
Yep.
thank you. When it comes down to it, we don't know what the LA Chargers are going to do, right? We don't know. If they choose all, then that kind of dictates and shuffles our board around, right? I'm keeping the pick, and I'm either going to stick to my board, which is Ola or Joe Alt. I think the Chargers need a little bit more. They need skill position players because they don't have them, right? Mike Williams is gone. Most of their skill position players are gone. So I can see Malik Neighbors kind of going right there, and I can see Alt actually dropping. I'll stay put because, again, when is the last time we've had a high draft pick like this? It's been years. It's been years, right? I think the last one was when we had the number one pick, and we traded it away and got more picks, which was cool. But still, you can get a game changer in the top 10. And usually the players in the top 10, not all of them paying out, but a lot of them you can plug and play day one, right? So it's a fewer fire shot. I'm staying put. I understand if they trade. Either way, it don't matter. But you don't have to trade the first round pick. You can also, if you want to, trade the second round pick to get more picks. You can trade other picks to get other picks. Hell, I can trade a second round or third round pick from next year to get back into the third round this year. There's so many scenarios that I can play with on my board just to mess around. But that seventh pick, I'm staying put and I'm picking Joe out. What about you?
Bro, facts, no paper, man, on the things you say. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, by the way. So this is what I'm looking at, Jock. I'm going into the draft. I'm going to be a magnet on the refrigerator, right? I'm staying put, right? I'm here. Boom. Whose grandparents has magnets on the refrigerator has been there for like 10 years, man, right? I know my grandparents did, right?
I did.
That's what I'm doing, right? I'm staying put at the 7th pick, okay? Because we need an offensive lineman bad, okay? In particular, a left tackle. Yes, we drafted Peter Skoronski last year. From what I'm hearing, Peter Skoronski is going to stay at guard. So that is what it is, right? I think that's what we attempted to do last year. We pick a lineman, but in a different position. This year, looking at the offensive lineman, we need strength, we need size, we need technique, we need athleticism. Joe Alt gives you all that. And he's young, right? As a rookie, there's going to be struggles. But I'm going to tell you, he's clearly the best offensive lineman in this draft. And at 7, if you could pick an offensive tackle, you pick him. The only way I move away from this is only one way. I'm echoing, by the way, too. I don't know if it's okay.
I can't hear it.
For real? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it now still. It's weird. Okay.
Mute yourself and mute and unmute. See if that helps.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. So the only way I move from 7 shot is when I come to the draft board and I'm sitting there waiting for 7 to come through. I think the one team that could pick Joe Alt might be the Arizona Cardinals because they pick 6. And you look at the quarterback situation with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's out there getting hit around, right? Because their offensive linemen stink, okay? Now, I can understand Arizona maybe getting a receiver here. I can see that. But when I look at Arizona, I look at the fact that they need linemen. So if Joe Alt is drafted, I got to look at some tape. I got to look heavy at Ola because one thing I like about Fashanu for Penn State, I do like his pass blocking. His run blocking on tape that I've seen, he struggles. He struggles in run blocking. I might trade the pick, Jock. I don't blame you. I might trade down a few picks to gain an extra pick and see if Olu is still there. If I could get Olu like at 9 and I can grab an extra pick, I'm trading the pick. So it's Alt or bust for me, right? And if Alt's drafted by the Cardinals, then I'm like, hey, who needs a quarterback at 7? Who wants to trade up? Let me see here. New York Jets. Jets need a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota, they need a quarterback. These are teams that are right behind us, right? If you want to move up a few spots, you better give me your second round pick. Now let's talk. Then I'm doing that. I'm doing that for sure. So that's what I'm saying. I don't mind trading down. Just like we talked about, not going in the 20s. If I can get, I'm looking at the Denver Broncos. These teams need quarterbacks, bro. They need QBs today. So I'm like, hey, what are y'all talking about, bro? At 7, man. So mark my words, Jacques. I might be wrong. If Alt's not available, I can see Rand doing this. Okay. Who needs a quarterback right now at 7? I'm here. You want JJ McCarthy? He'll be available probably. Come on, let us. Let's see what you got. JJ McCarthy's moving up for some reason, man. We'll see. He's got to make a believer out of me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a believer in JJ McCarthy, but to each his own. We always have one in this draft that tends to move up, get in the top 10. So facts no paper, man. This draft is unique because we have to hit, but it's exciting because either way, I have faith in Rand. He knows what he's doing. Either way, he's going to find a way to make it work. That's just usually I would be worried, but I'm for some reason I'm not as worried because I feel like either way, your scenario or my scenario, it'll work itself out. It'll work itself out. So let's see what we got in the chat now. Lewis,
what up, folks in the chat? What up, Lewis?
We'll get to the chop up here soon. He said, do y'all think Alt will be picked before pick 7? Great question. Rodney G, what up with you, brother? We got Stevie.
What up, Steve? What's popping?
What a TV. What's popping with you, brother? Thank you for watching the show again. We're gonna get to those questions in the chop up. James, what's going on, brother?
What up, James? What's up?
From the beginning, let's go. I don't know if YouTube sent out the notification, but if you don't have a notification bell on, please have it on because it'll let you know when we go live or post any content. Because I think that's probably what's happening here again. So, So we're
I've been hearing a lot of issues about that, Jacques, where it's not, it's not alerting folks. I get that. They say, man, somebody was like, man, I hadn't seen the show from y'all. I said, man, we just had a show on here 2 days ago. What I'm saying? Yesterday. I said, we have plenty, but they're just not getting those notifications.
Yeah, it's notification. If you don't have your notification bells on, cut them on. If they're on, I would suggest to throw you back into the like the algorithm thing, cut it off and cut it back on to see if it fixes it.
That's right.
So we're gonna get into our second question here.
Yes, sir, bro.
We know the first round is important, but we know also the second round is important. What are you doing in the second round? What pick are you going with? Do you have a position in mind? Do you have a player in mind? Talk to us, all.
I do, Jacques. I do, man. I love talking draft. I've been studying, man. I've been studying even today, just really diving into, knowing who these players are, positions and things. And the thing is, Jacques, a lot of these players I've seen. And I take mental notes when I'm watching games. Like I see, dude. I see this guy. I see this guy. So I've been on the Adonai Mitchell, bandwagon, as I should be, because Adonai Mitchell, this guy here could be something special. And Adonai Mitchell, Nashville, Tennessee, went to school here at Cambridge High School, where my kids went to school. Adonai Mitchell's a special guy, the receiver from Texas. But I'm gonna tell you something, Jacques, man. When he ran the 4.3 and the 40, bro, and he's 6'4", you played at Alabama, you played at Texas, like you have the credentials. I don't think he's gonna make it in the second round, Jacques. Mm-hmm. So I gotta jump off the bandwagon. I gotta jump. Mm-hmm. I gotta propel myself off the bandwagon and say, well, what should I do here? So I'm still gonna go wide receiver, but I'm gonna tell you something, Jacques. Tomorrow I might tell you defensive tackle, bro, or DN. I might tell you that tomorrow. I mean that. I haven't seen a player worthy of that right now in the second round that could be available. I'm going to tell you all, I would prefer at the second round pick. I'm changing my pick. I prefer to get a D lineman. I would. But if we don't, I would take this guy right here, man. Brian Thomas, bro. This guy right here, man. So we got Malik Neighbors out there. This was wide receiver number 2. This guy's 6'3", ran a 4.3, had 17 touchdowns last year with Malik Neighbors on the other side of the field, right? To me, just like Justin Jefferson did at LSU, you had Jamar Chase and you had 22 touchdowns in one season. Sure. That says a lot to me. Those stats mean something. 17 touchdowns. That's a lot of touchdowns in college, bro. That's a lot. If Brian Thomas is available, which I think he will, because the Titans picked 38. That's right at the beginning of the second round, right? Yeah. That's damn near a first-round pick. Mm-hmm. I'm going Brian Thomas here, bro. Until I see a D lineman that's worthy of taking this spot here, I'm going Brian Thomas, the fancy wide receiver out of LSU. This guy made a lot of plays. Hey, I'm with that, man, for sure. What up,
Sure.
Stanley?
Stanley in the building. He said with the $10 super chat, he said, my boys.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Stanley? What's up, bro? Hey, as we always do, Jacques. Do-do-do-do.
Oh,
Stanley Wilson in the building early. Hey, Stanley, we appreciate it as always, bro. Thank you, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank you for checking us out on Bleacher Report too, Stanley, man. We appreciate
Man,
the support, bro.
appreciate that,
Real
dog.
talk. Real talk.
Real talk.
Yep. So Jacques,
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying in the second round, bro. And I might tell you tomorrow, hey, I found the D tackle or D end that I want. So,
Right.
but I'm saying Brian Thomas right now. So what about for you, Jacques? Second round, if the draft was today, Jacques the lockdown corner selects.
Man, okay. So again, I've been consistent when it comes to the second round. I was either offensive line the first round, wide receiver the second round, right? And Adonai Mitchell would be nice, but like you said, he's not going to be there. Leggett from South Carolina, I like him. I do. But I don't. He might not be there either, right? We need a linebacker, my brother.
Okay.
We need a linebacker. And again, I'm like you. I can change my mind tomorrow and continue what I'm on the wide receiver path. But I don't know if Dallas Turner's going to be there. He'll probably be gone. He's a first round pick.
Facts.
Chris Braswell, he's a first round pick, Alabama. The kid, Edrin Cooper from Texas A&M. Y'all haven't seen that kid play. That kid is solid, man. He is solid. Sideline to sideline linebacker, good at the point of attack, good in coverage. If you haven't seen him, check him out. But I don't think he'll be there. He'll be there because, like you said, we pick high. It's like if you calculated the first round pick, we still have the seventh pick in the second round, right?
Right.
Solid player, right? Somebody that you can plug in and you can complete that linebacker core. Because right now we still need a linebacker. Now there's a lot of linebackers that still in the later rounds we can get, because I like this linebacker class. I started doing some homework at first. I was like, linebacker class is trash. I was like, oh, let me check it out and let me do my homework. And it's some nice people out there, man. Nice players, like for real. But for me, now again, my wish list is wide receiver, man. I like Brian Thomas there. I like Adonai Mitchell, which again, Adonai Mitchell, like you said, he's a sleeper first round pick that has kind of snuck up in the first round because of his 40, right? But if he's going to be a first round pick, I expect you to be the X or the Y, right? We're in a lucky position because we already have our two X's in Calvin Ridley and D-Hop, right? But they're not young. They're older, right? Some with injury history. So you need a young Thundercat in there, right? But Adonai Mitchell's not there. Man, I'm hoping Brian Thomas is there, but I don't think he's going to be there. But my wish list is receiver. But my dark horse is linebacker, dog. I'm telling you. Like, if you look at
that's Cooper right there.
Yep, Cooper is solid, man. If y'all haven't seen any tape, go check him out. I think he's the third. He's played at the third best linebacker in the draft, and he will be in the second round. He will be there. That's the thing. Where the Titans pull the trigger on him. I don't know if he had a top 30 visit, because that's a trend too that I noticed. Rand tends to pick people from the top 30. People like, I think Peter Skoronski, did he have a top 30 visit?
He did.
He did. Okay, he did. Yeah. Yep. I think Will Levis did too, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. But yeah, so that's my wish list for the second round. I think the second round pick is even more intriguing because you have options. Like, you have the options to pick what you pick, because we still got Treylon Burks at wide receiver too. We still need something, right? So that's for me, man. That's for me.
Okay.
And you do got some nice ones.
Edrin is all right, dude. Dude's 6'3". He had 8 sacks last year at middle linebacker. He was one of the leaders in first time All SEC. He's 80-something tackles last year.
I'm just saying, bro. If y'all haven't checked him out, go check him out. He is solid. He's quick, man. And help build your defense. Your secondary is powerful, man. We got a nice secondary. We just need another
Yeah,
safety, in my opinion, and
that's right.
that you can solidify. But the linebacker core is solid too, so it takes the pressure off
Yeah,
that D line to really perform. Man, we good, man.
that's right. That's
So
right.
let me see. We got the official in the building. Ty says Brian Thomas won't be at 38. You know what? Hold on, Bryce. I didn't want to miss you, bro. He said I missed the start, but here I'm here now. Missed the YouTube show, fellas. I know, man. We've been heavy bleacher, man, but we ain't forgot about our our base, if I say that. We haven't forgot our base, man. So Blaze off fire. What up, bro? He said a receiver. He said he want a receiver in the
Receiver
second round, which would be nice. Load up on him, man. You
or
can't never have
edge.
too many
Yep.
horses. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Blazer Fire. We feel you on that on edge. Like I gotta find them, man. I gotta find somebody
Man,
worthy of 38. If I
hmm
got plenty of third round, fourth round guys, man, but I'm thinking if I'm going second round for a guy, hey man, he's gonna be a starter walking onto the
Yep.
field.
Oh
Like, he
yeah,
can't
most
be,
definitely.
what I'm saying? He's gotta be on the field, you know what I mean, on defense. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
there's opportunities on defense. We got a lot of holes on defense. The D line,
Yeah.
we got a lot of holes on defense, bro. We got holes at linebacker, we got holes at safety. So, it's there for the taking, man, for sure. Yep. Yep.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man.
So
So, Jacques, question for you,
mhm.
bro.
Mhm.
So I asked about the second round, right? Give me your late round sleeper, bro. Give me a sleeper. Give me some sleeper picks, man. Give one, two, however, man. Hey,
Well,
you've done your research. Let the folks out there know, man.
so as a kid, well, okay, and I think me and you going to talk about him. I'm gonna save him. You know who I'm talking about, the kid from Michigan.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about him. We'll talk about him as a pet. Dude, we like him. One I got is Malik Washington from University of Virginia. And this kid, they want to. He's listed at 5'9", but I think he's about 5'7", 5'8".
Okay.
We need a slot receiver, right? I know Callahan has talked about that. About we need somebody to step up in the slot. He's put the APB out to say, hey, who wants the slot position? We need a returner, right? This kid, he's not a burner, but he reminds me a little bit of he's shifty. He's small. He has good rack. His stats was amazing last year. The kid is a sleeper. He's going to get picked up somewhere in the later rounds. He might even go. He's almost like my Tajay Spears pick from last year, right? I can see if somebody's desperate, the fourth or fifth round from him. Kid is solid, man. The kid is solid. When you look at him, if you haven't seen tape on him, check him out, man. Check him out. I think he's rising on a lot of people's boards. Malik Washington, kid is solid. Now, again, he's not a burner. I think that's going to hurt him. If he was to run like a 4.2, he'd probably be in the second or third round. But he didn't run a 4.2. I think in the 40, he ran like a 4.4. For you to be that small, you need to be fast, right? And I think
Yeah.
that killed him. That killed his stack. So it actually bumped him down into the later rounds. But if he's there, and if we don't get a receiver with the second round pick, you should consider him, especially because he doesn't have that much pressure on him. It's almost like Tyreek Hill when Tyreek Hill was with the Chiefs. Not saying he's Tyreek Hill, but I'm just saying when you have decent receivers on your team, where I can just plug you in kind of whenever. I don't need you to start right away, but I just need you to pick up the offense, and all of a sudden, boom. I'll use Tajay Spears, for example. Tajay Spears is what he did last year. He gradually got introduced in the offense. He had a larger role, Now all of a sudden, yeah, they say they're going to share the load, but I still think, man, he's the primary back. That's just in my opinion, right? So Malik Washington can be that same type of player where he can come in to an organization and say, all right, cool. What we're gonna do, we're gonna plug you in, bro. We're gonna let you return punts, play special teams, and we're gonna put you in the slot. That's his specialty, right? And let him get his feet wet, let him learn the offense, and all of a sudden, you got you a nice little gadget player that you can add to an already souped up offense that we're building. That's me. Now, Hawk, let me know when you talk about our boy. That's one for me. What about you?
All right, cool. So, Jacques, Malik Washington, that is an interesting player, an interesting pick. If you all have any sleeper picks, man, hey, put it on the board, man. Hey, let us know some names. Throw some names out there, man. We talking draft, man. We're in the mode right now of building. We're building. We're putting building blocks together for sure. So you got names out there, throw them out there, man. We're gonna put them on the board. All right. So for me, Jacques, man, Let me tell you a guy that I've been interested in, man. And I saw even more tape even over the last few days. We've talked a lot about how the NFL now is looking for tall corners, tall, athletic, dog corners, okay? And the Titans have done an incredible job in signing guys this offseason. It's unbelievable, actually, in getting Snead and Awuzie, right? And you already got Roger McCreary and those guys. But you can never have too many corners, man, as we all know, right? Because if one goes down, you're in trouble. But if you have depth, then, hey, you're doing something. There's this one guy from Iowa State, and I would tell you all to check the tape. His name is TJ Tampa. You see this guy right here, man? This guy's a 6'2" corner. He plays all over the field, man. He plays on the inside. He plays on the outside. This guy is a playmaker at corner, okay? He is a dog, okay? Literally on defense. Anytime there was a run play or anything like that, man, he was going after it. Even if they had slot receivers, if there was a hot receiver that was on the game, this guy here was guarding them. This guy here plays kind of like Richard Sherman. Not as maybe a good of a cover corner as Richard. Of course not. Richard Sherman's going to be a Hall of Famer. But he has the same type of build and same type of mentality when it comes to playing corner at about the same size, right? TJ Tampa is a dog. Now, I don't know where he'll get drafted. I don't think he'll be available in the first and second round because I think he ran maybe a 4.5 in the 40. So that might hurt him. Doesn't mean he can't play because that's just what the 40. You go to Iowa State, so you got to have those measurables to be a first 2-round pick. You got to run a 4.4. It's just it is what it is. So I think that'll let him be a sleeper in the draft to say you can get a guy that's almost 6'3" at corner and has all the ability. And what I like is how aggressive he is. Some corners aren't aggressive. TJ Tampa is aggressive. If you've not watched tape on TJ Tampa, check out TJ Tampa. I like TJ Tampa. He's available in the 4th round, man. I might pick him up, man. For real. So I'm going TJ Tampa as my super sleeper in this draft, man. TJ Tampa. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So yeah. So and Jacques, to your point, man, we got we got some names on here. Hey, appreciate it, Wu-Tang 45, man. Hey, appreciate that. We got some names. We got
James,
no worries, James. Don't worry at all, brother. We appreciate.
Yeah, it's that notification, man. I'm telling you, bro. It is that. We got Javon Baker from UCF. Javon Baker, Blaze here from UCF as well.
Okay. We got several Javon Bakers, the receiver from Central Florida. Okay, all right.
Right.
Okay.
Hulk, did you want to talk about what's his name? Yep. Did you want to talk about what's his name? Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this real quick. I'm gonna tell you this about Javon Baker too, man, from Central Florida. So I saw a little bit of tape on this guy, man. On YouTube, I saw him on YouTube. Jacques, this guy's pretty good, man. He's about a 6'1", 6'2" receiver. He's built. This guy scored a lot of touchdowns last year for Central Florida. This guy here, he could do something, man. You know what I'm saying? He could. He's a dog. He war number 1 for them. So hey, we got y'all with Javon Baker. All right, so Jacques, let's talk about the guy that we talked about. All right, so there's one guy Jacques and I continue to keep talking about as a sleeper, and I noticed him last year, and my sons even knew. My oldest son is a big Michigan fan, and he's like, "Dad, there's a player on Michigan, man. They talk about a lot of other defensive players, but there's one guy that's a complete leader of this team, man." And I was watching him, that kind of put me on alert on this guy. Even against Ohio State in the national championship game, there was one guy that me and Jacques just kept talking about, man, and that's this guy right here, man. Mike Sainristil, man. This guy here is a freaking dog, okay? Yes, he's about the size of Roger McCreary. They're about the same size. But this guy has, and I like McCreary a lot, actually. I think McCreary is very underrated. But I think Sainristil is a guy that's like Antoine Winfield Sr., not Junior, Senior. A small corner that's going to make tackles. Kind of like Amik Robinson, your boy that played for the Raiders, right? That's going to make a lot of tackles. You're going to go at him because he's small. This guy's a dog. He's not afraid of anything. So if he's available later in the draft, like a 5th-round pick, bro, you draft that guy, dude. This guy's a dog. What do you think, Jacques?
Hey, it was funny because, like you said, when we were doing our pre-draft show, it was funny because we both said it. I was like, "Oh man, you got Mike too?" He's like, "Yeah, I got Mike too." Again, I think he's converted receiver that they switched to DB, and man, when I say sticky, he's sticky. He got good ball skills. Like you say, he can tackle. It's just his size. Again, they're gonna knock your size every time, right?
Yep.
He's 5'10", yeah, but that's with cleats on. We know you probably about 5'8", like just in real
Facts.
life, right?
Facts.
But again, if he's there in the later rounds and we don't get a DB, I'm not saying we'll get a DB with the second round, but if he's there in the fourth, maybe fifth round, and your board's looking nice, consider him, right? Because like you said, you can never have too many corners. And we have Sneed, and we have how do you pronounce it? Awuzie? Is it because he said it? Yeah, Awuzie. We have Awuzie, and then we have Roger McCreary, right? He can be that fourth DB that we need to take the help, because we don't know what Caleb Farley is going to be, right? We've had him on the roster.
Yep.
He's hurt. We don't know, right? So Mike, man, has the potential to be one of those sleepers as well that you can literally plug in, and he's smart too. That's one thing I like him as well. And like you said, just watching him when they was playing, Michigan was when they were playing in the championship, I was like, man, Hawks said the same thing. I said, damn, he's solid, man. He's real damn good corner. Good corner. So man, dude is solid, man. If y'all haven't, if you probably seen him, but if you haven't, check him out.
Yes,
check
sir.
him out. Check him
yes,
out.
Sir.
He's solid.
Absolutely. We got Bryce Tubbs talking about Cam Hart. Let me tell you about Cam Hart. We talk about tall corners, right? I remember a dude from Notre Dame, number 5. Yep. 6'3" out there. 6'3".
I know. He's cold.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He is. So Cam Hart, the one thing that's going to hurt him, Cam Hart's not that fast, but it doesn't mean in the NFL you can't translate, right? Mm-hmm. But he's a big corner, 6'3" and like 210. He's almost a safety. He's like, should we move him to safety? He's big.
Yes. You keep going, Hawk. Keep going.
Yep. So I like Cam Hart. I do. Maybe later in the draft, not early. Jacques, talk to your boy. What's up?
I agree with the safety comparison. So I'm like you. I wouldn't draft him in the top 3 rounds, but if he's there in the fourth or fifth round, I would draft him and I would convert him to safety. That's what I would tell him. Like, look, you have the interchangeable and the ability to interchange like you can, but your size and your weight, we're gonna put you at safety and see how you do with safety, right? I like that, Hawk, because that can put him in there at safety. Now, we do need a safety too.
We do, Jacques. Facts, no paper, bro.
Hawk, is there? It's a bonus question. Have you did your homework on any safeties? Do you know any safeties that you would like to draft? Because we're gonna need one. We need one bad, because we got Hooker and Molden. Molden is technically our safety, right? But he's not a playmaker. He's not Byard. We need somebody to replace Byard. We do.
Yep.
What you think?
So
you got anybody on your radar?
Jacques, you have told me a lot about the one safety from Wake Forest. It's funny you say that, because I literally was on Instagram probably an hour before the show, and I was just scrolling, and they were just saying this guy is definitely the best, possibly the best safety in the draft. And it's the what is his name, man? From Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
Yeah, you told me about him, and I know he wears number 3.
Yeah,
I know he wears number 3. No, I gotta find that name. Let me see if I can find it on my phone.
I think he had a top 30 visit with the Titans too, I believe.
Okay, I remember you saying
I
remember you saying
not Kalen Carson, is it? Kalen Carson?
No, it's.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
We'll keep it going. We find a name. We'll have that on there, man. So it's Malik Mustafa. That's his name. Is that the guy you were telling me about? Was it him or was another other guy?
It's 2 of them. It's 2 of them. Okay. It is him.
Appreciate it, Pinball. He got it on there too.
Yeah, he got his cohort, Kalen Carson also. Then you got Tyler Nubin from Minnesota. It's some safe that Nubin's not going to be he'll probably come in the first round, maybe second round with Nubin.
Yeah.
But now go ahead.
My my favorite safety that I've always had on the board was Bullard from Georgia, Javon Bullard.
Yeah,
And Bullard
yes.
was there when when they won won the national championship. I mean, Bullard's been there, the entire time.
Right.
Bullard's not a huge, like a big safety, about 5'11 ish or whatever, but he's a Javon Bullard's a playmaker. He's a coverage safety, so sort of reminds me of Byard. He's very athletic, more like a younger Byard. Bullard makes a lot of plays, and Bullard's been a starter at Georgia since he was a freshman. So, what else needs to be said in that regard, right? I like Javon Bullard from Georgia. Georgia had another safety too, Smith. He played at Georgia too. They had two safeties. I was like, man, both of them guys could go pro, man. Smith, the other guy, but I like Bullard. So you like who now, Jacques? As far as safeties,
Kalen Carson, Wake Forest. Check him out.
Okay.
So that's who I was talking about. This kid is solid. He's an aggressive safety, a super aggressive safety. When watching film, some of those things he's super physical, and he's in your face. And I was like, man, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. But I like it. I like it because of it's going to allow him to adapt to the NFL quickly. He's got nice ball skills. He's high energy. He's super high energy, and that's one thing I like him. If you need to spell it, it's Caelen Carson.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Check the kid out. He wears number 1, man. He's solid.
Okay. Cool. Well, Jacques, I got one more question for you, bro, before we go into the live chop up, man. I'm gonna throw a wild card question for you. And those in the comment section, I want your answers on this too. So, Jacques, we hear a lot about the Titans are gonna draft. Oh, I'll wait till you get back.
You good. I'll keep going. I thought I was hearing something.
Okay. So a lot of people talking about the Titans drafting an offensive lineman and a wide receiver, from Malik Neighbors to Joe Alt to Olu Fashanu from Penn State. So what if the Titans don't draft any of those positions, man? None of those, right? Which can happen, right? Like a whole nother position, player and everything. At the 7th pick, they stay put and say, we ain't drafting no lineman. We're not drafting a receiver. We're going to draft this. Do you have a player in mind or a position in mind at this spot?
So you said if we don't draft, go down that again.
If we don't draft what everybody thinks we're going to draft, whether it be Alt, Malik Neighbors, Fashanu from Penn State, it's always been receiver and offensive lineman. That's all we keep hearing.
Okay.
Who or what could we draft at this spot?
Okay.
Could be a
shocker. And I think we talked about it. D lineman. You either go edge or you go DN. I've talked about Jared Versa from Florida State. I like that kid. That kid is amazing at point of attack. This hand placement, he has strong hands. Or Turner from Alabama. If I'm not going to draft any of them, you go defense. And you go specifically on the defensive line, or you go linebacker. Those are my two. What about you, Hawk?
Bro, we're saying the same language, bro. This guy right here, Dallas Turner, 100%. That's it. I'm done. That's it. Dallas Turner. If we don't draft those guys, I know people are saying Brock Bowers, the talented tight end for the University of Georgia. Jacques, I've been talking about Brock Bowers since he was a freshman. Remember, I said, hey, dude, 19 is special, bro. And he had like 2 or 3 touchdowns that day as a true freshman. I said, they done found him a Travis Kelce, Rob Gronkowski out here. This guy right here, Dallas Turner, the SEC Defensive Player of the Year for Alabama. And you know what? He will be available. And if you know what? If we drafted him, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be. Dallas Turner would be available. That would be my shocker, man. I would say Dallas Turner, bro. That would be for me, man. That'd be for me.
So you going Dallas Turner? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas Turner, 100%. That 100%. That's it. Dallas Turner, bro. Dallas Turner, facts. Like that's it for me. So listen, folks. We are about to get into our favorite part of the show, man. That is the live chop up, man. So we're gonna give you all an opportunity to sit at the dinner table, man, to throw your questions out there, man. We're gonna cut up all the ingredients, put it in a bowl, man. We're gonna answer those questions. And as well, if you have not checked us out on Bleacher Report, check us out on Bleacher Report. I'm having some audio issues, Jacques.
No, you good. You good.
Oh, okay. So check us out on Bleacher Report. We do about 4 to 5 shows. We have a show probably once every week. Check us out on Bleacher Report. I'm at Lorenzo _ the Hawk. We got Jacques at Jacques Merrill. Of course, we're on Instagram, Tennessee Titans Weekly. We're on Twitter, Titans Weekly 24/7. We out there, man. So Jacques, let's get cooking, bro. And of course, if you throw a super chat out there that supersedes any other comment, we can have 10 comments. And you bring a super chat, we kicking them comments to the side. We're gonna answer your question. I don't care what it is.
Yes, sir. He said, "What up, fellas? What up? What up?
What up?"
So we got our first question. Stevie says, "Will ATL give us a third to lock him in?" So, where is what's the draft position for Atlanta? They're in that middle tier, ain't they?
Yeah, I think I want to say Atlanta's right after us. I go back and look. I think Atlanta is 10. He said third, give us a third to lock him in. Let me see. I will see if I can find. But what do you think, Jacques, as far as Atlanta?
I mean, again, if you want our pick, our 7th pick, you have to come with that capital, right? Nothing ain't free. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking up the hold on, Hawk. Hold on. I'm looking up the draft order now. Do you see it?
Yeah, Atlanta's order? 8. Atlanta's 8.
So
yep.
So I mean, what are they gonna give up just to move up one spot? Unless they give us a 3rd round pick, right?
Yep. Is that what you're asking on the
I'm asking for a 3rd. Yep. Yeah, give me the 3rd. I'll take 3rd. Give me a 3rd.
I'll take it.
Give me a 3rd. Yep. If you want to move up one spot, I mean, okay, do your thing. 1/3. All right, cool. I'll take it. Yep, I'll take it. I'll take draft capital for me. And then if it bumps us down, then we didn't go down too far, right? You still get value there. I'm just saying.
That's right.
So yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Bryce in the building.
Take it all day, bro.
Yes, sir. With this possibility to be in D-Hop's last year in Nashville and really turning 30 this year, do you think wide receivers are must in draft? Yes, I do. Let me say this. We've been saying alt, but I wouldn't be mad if we got Neighbors. I would not be crying. I would not be shedding no tears. I wouldn't be, oh my God. I'm not one of those fans. We got Neighbors. You got another playmaker, because what you're saying, Bryce, is reality. D-Hop won't be here next year. We don't know what Treylon Burks is going to do. Really is turning 30, but he's turning 30 with a 27-year-old body, right? Because he was suspended for a year. So he'll be 28, 29. You see what I'm saying, right? We need to get younger, faster. Like, seriously, we need to get younger real fast.
Yes.
Because we one injury away from having one receiver again.
Yep. That's absolutely facts, Jacques. And that's why you and I have both been saying receiver 1st round or 2nd round, like we got to get a receiver.
Uh-oh. Hawk, you still with us? Yo, Hawk. All right. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? If you can still hear me, put a 1 in the chat. I think Hawk is frozen. Yeah, he's probably frozen. We'll keep rocking. Y'all know how we do. Okay. So Jack Ripper, you say they've been linked to wanting Turner. You know, I'm guessing you're referring to the Titans. I don't know if there's any linkage there, but if it's a possibility, if they want Turner, I wouldn't be mad if they got him. Give me 1 minute, people. Hold on. Hawk's gonna be on in a minute, people. So again, I don't know if there's any linkage between Turner and the Titans, but there's one team that is saying that they want to take the route that Houston took when they picked the other Alabama Defensive Player of the Year. So I don't know, right? Let me see, Stanley, what you're saying. He said, I've been thinking since the draft is loaded in the first 3 rounds. I agree. Let's get that 3rd round pick. Sin City's, at what point will you want to trade back? Like, who would need to be gone at 7 for me? For you, it's Alt and Neighbors are gone. I'm looking to trade back. Now, we proposed this question on the Bleacher Report show. And I am in agreement. If those 2 are gone, again, Hawk said he thinks Arizona's going to pick Alt. I think it can be LA Chargers, because Harbaugh's in there. He wants to protect Herbert. If he picks him, he picks him, right? If Olu's there, is he worth the 7th pick? If he's still on your board. Now, if all 3 of them are gone, then I'll look at probably trading back. I'm like, okay, boom. Let's trade back. Let's see what value we can get and then go from there. But I'm not going no more down than maybe 5 spots. That's it. I'm not going in the mid-teens, and I'm not going in the later in the 20s and 30s. I'm not doing that. That's what I'm not going to do. So, yep. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for confirming. Appreciate that. Blaze says he'll be mad if they got Turner, which I don't think he's in play, but it would not surprise me if anything like that happened. And welcome back, Hawk.
Yeah, man. Internet went down here.
I know, man. Technology, dog.
Yeah.
Titans of Truth. He said, "What up, bro? What up, Titans? What up, Titans of Truth, man? Salute
What
to
up,
you,
Titans
man."
of Truth? What's
He
happening,
said, "What up,
bro?
fellas? They better not draft Turner. I will blow a gasket. It's alt neighbors or trade down. It's that simple." Yeah,
I got you, man.
If they gone, they gone. But again, I don't think they're going to look at Turner. I think Turner. That's a team that's linked to Turner. Hawk, can you remember that team?
Nah, I
There's a
don't,
team
man.
linked to 'em.
I don't.
Okay.
And real quick, Titans of Truth, we saw your post too about Mandisa as well too, man. As far as, I don't know if y'all know the American Idol winner that lives here in Nashville.
Yes,
she passed away. Big, huge Titans fan. She sung
Yep.
the national anthem here and everything. So R.I.P. to Mandisa and her family, man. Salute to them and everything, man.
Yep. Stanley,
All right.
$10 super chat. Stanley coming through with the dollars today, bro. We appreciate it. He said,
We
I've been
do.
thinking since the draft is loaded with talent in the first 3 rounds. How about we giving up or some draft picks from the next season to stack up in the draft? Now, that is an option. Let's give him the boom. Let's elaborate
All right.
on it.
Stanley Wilson. Do-do-do-do.
Boom.
Stanley Wilson in the building once again. Appreciate it, Stanley, man.
Yes, sir. So, Stanley, again, we don't have to trade 7th round pick. You have the 2nd round pick that you can it still holds weight. A 2nd round pick still holds weight. Don't hold as much weight as the 1st round pick, but I can still say, hey, if you want to trade up, give me your 3rd from this year, and I'll take a 4th next year. And I can trade down with you. So I still pick the pick in the 2nd round. I get a 3rd round pick this year, and I get a 4th round pick next year. What's up? Right?
Yeah.
I think that's enough. What about you, Hawk?
So this is what I'm thinking on this shot, Stanley. You know the key answer to this question? It's gonna throw a loop. Is Will Levis. Okay? I say that to say this. If you're doing that, then you know Will Levis is our guy. We're going to the playoffs and we're about to run this thing, right?
Yeah.
So if we stack up, because we got free agents and everything, and just pretty much push away next year for this year, hey, that's risky. And looking at the fact that we only have, I think, 6 or 7 picks this year, over the next 2 or 3 years, when you think about D-Hop, you think about Calvin Ridley, you think about Harold Landry, you think about guys that are getting older, right? Over the next 2 years, we need draft picks. We need youth. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't do it. Now, only way I would do it is like, oh, we're ready. We're trying to stack up now. We're trying to be like Houston. We're bringing up everybody, right? We're gonna just gamble and put it all together. We need more players over the next few years, man. I'd rather us build right now than throw it all, because we don't know what we have yet. Houston knows what they have in C.J. Stroud. We don't know yet in Will Levis. We don't know yet. He's not proven yet. He ain't proven yet.
That is true. He's not.
Yep.
But just assuming he is. Okay, well, I know we got another super chat somewhere. Man, Bryce, thank you, brother, for 1999. What up,
Bryce?
1999, bro. We appreciate that. He said, don't ever stop y'all's YouTube lives, fellas. I'm seeing a lot if Neighbors and all aren't there. Trade back. What about Odunze? I like Odunze too. I do.
Me too,
I
man.
do.
Me too.
Let's give him the boom and we'll talk about this.
Bryce Tubbs. Do-do-do-do.
Boom.
Do-do-do-do.
Boom.
Bryce Tubbs in the building. Heavy. Thank you, Bryce.
Okay, so Bryce, first of all, we're not gonna stop YouTube. We promise. We are not stopping YouTube. This is our base, man. We ain't gonna never leave our base.
Right.
How do you feel about?
Yeah. Well,
Odunze with the I guess 7th pick.
Well, with the YouTube, we do throw the content on YouTube. You know what I mean? Even no matter what we do, we throw it on there. But I know we hadn't had a live chop up in a while, man. So So it's all good. We will have that for sure. You know what I mean? We out there, we getting it for sure. You know what I mean? But we'll throw those out there, man. So Bryce, we appreciate your comment for real. So Rome Odunze, Jock. What do I think about it? I think Rome Odunze is a special receiver out there, man. This guy's special, man. He's not going beyond 10. You know what I mean? He will get picked. When you think of the receivers, Marvin Harrison, I would say, would be the first receiver drafted. If there's another receiver to get picked, it'd either be Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze. So I think Odunze will be available at 7. I think he'll be available. My thing is this, man. It's great to have a receiver like Odunze, even a Malik Neighbors. And the thing I just keep looking at is receiver a need more than an offensive lineman? Is it a need, right? So I would like to have Rome, yes. But, man, looking at our starting 5 offensive linemen, man, I think because you signed Calvin Ridley, that changed the narrative by signing Calvin Ridley. To me, it changed that. You know what I'm saying? So I'd like to have Rome Odunze, but unless we trade down and we just are in a situation, I'm not picking Rome at 7, man. I'm not.
I'll say this, just looking at the regime that we have now, they're not afraid. They're not afraid. I will say that. They're not afraid. So if you do get a receiver, just know where your coach came from. Your coach came from Cincinnati, where we put up 9 sacks against them, but they decided to get a receiver and it took them to the Super Bowl. So their mindset is a lot different than the old regime, in my opinion. So I'm still expecting I'm still expecting a left tackle, but it would not surprise me one damn bit if we get Rome Odunze drafted at number 7. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, that just tells me what I need, what I thought, and what I'm thinking the direction that they are really going to go. They're going quick. They ain't sitting back and saying, "Oh, we gonna sit in this thing." They saying, "Will, you gonna let this thing fly in 2 seconds? Go, boom, go, boom." So, I expect, and it's the funny part about it, Hawk. Every time we do this, we expect them to pick something. They pick something totally different.
Absolutely.
So I expect
that's why we had this shocker question out there. I won't be surprised if we pick defense. You know what I mean? You just never know. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't surprise me either. I at this point, nothing. The only thing that'll surprise me if it's quarterback. That'll throw me for a loop. I'd be like, hold on, what the hell are we doing? That'll be kind of strange to me. I'm like, okay, that don't make no sense, but I don't know. Anyway, Jack Ripp's kid.
The only way quarterback will be in the conversation. I'm not sitting there saying that's just super far-fetched, right? Because in the NFL, business is business at the end of the day, right? It would have to be a team that's willing to sort of trade up to get Will Levis in the trade, so we could. Then at that time, we had to pick a quarterback, right?
So
at that spot.
Yeah,
right?
But you know what? It wouldn't surprise me because you gotta take every angle when you're doing your draft board when it comes to anything trade. That wouldn't surprise me. Jack Ripper says could trade back from 7 to 11 through 15 and then trade back in the first round with the cap wide receiver. That's not bad. I see what you're doing. So I see. So you're saying trade back from number 7 to 11 through 15, that slot, and then trade back in to the first round with the capital of a wide receiver gain next year's capital. I see what you're doing. Again, that's playing chess. That's really moving your board around where your board is playing pieces. That's the beautiful part about drafting. Like you got so many scenarios that you can work with. Coach said we need a slot. That's what Bowers does work. What do you mean it's not a need?
It is a need, yes, but to be the seventh pick, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's needed. It's like Corey Davis was needed, but to pick Corey Davis at pick number 5, and you look at it later on, like, man, we went high for this guy, right? I'm looking at quantity over need. You know what I'm saying? The 7 is a hell of a that's not quantity, excuse me, quality. 7 is quality. That's a quality pick in the draft. You know what I mean? That is. So yeah. That I want the quarterback. I don't know. That's an interesting thing, man. Like, if a team was saying, hey, because look, we're talking draft. Ain't nobody safe. Okay? Ain't nobody safe. I wonder if a team was like, hey, man, y'all got 7, right? Let's trade. Let's see. We want Will Levis from your team. You got a new coach. Maybe he wants some type of different quarterback. And never believe what you hear on TV from all the Titans are saying. They won't never believe that from anything. You know what I mean? Until time passes, then like, okay, they did say that or didn't say that or whatever. But I'm not saying that's going to happen, but anything can happen in the NFL, man. If somebody wanted to trade to get Will Levis to give us, it'd be the Titans doing that. The Titans like, you know what? We're going to trade away so we can pick maybe a Jaden Daniels or pick, a quarterback like that. So that might be far stretched, but we're talking draft here, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey,
I like your because I mean it's so realistic because like you just said it. You said a key thing, Hawk. That is not Callahan's quarterback.
Yep.
And I'm learning that's if they're not with your regime, they're not married to you, right? So again, we don't even know what Callahan. As fans, we thinking, oh, Will Levis is shooting to the stars. To them, they looking, he might need some stuff he got to work on, right?
That's right.
Everybody needs something to work on. So and he's learning a new system. How fast can he pick up the system? He came from Joe Burrow. Is Will Levis Joe Burrow? No.
Right.
Yeah, he's still learning. He has the potential. But again, that would still surprise me. It still would surprise me.
It would. It's probably not going to happen because we like Will Levis. Like, I'm good with Will Levis. I get it. I'm just saying, hey, they're quarterbacks in this draft.
Right.
And to Fade's point, Amy is married to Will. I do agree with that. I agree. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We're just throwing speculation out there, because ain't nobody safe, man. Ain't nobody safe.
I can't help but like Bowers' game. He won't be draftable again. See, the thing about Bowers, do you draft a tight end at the seventh pick of the draft? Do you draft a tight end?
Not me, dude.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. A good tight end is a later round pick, in my opinion. He's a later round pick, right?
Yep.
And when you look at Travis, when was Travis Kelce draft? He was drafted in the later first rounds. Was he drafted?
Fourth round.
Fourth round. Okay. What about Kittle?
Fourth round.
Okay. What about
I think fourth or fifth round? It was something like fourth.
What about Rob Gronkowski?
I don't remember. It's later. None of them were top in the first 2 rounds. None of them were.
That's what I thought. That's why I'm like, you really got to be careful when you're thinking about drafting a tight end. He has to literally be, man. He has to be Travis Kelce in college. That's how cold he has to be.
Yep.
Like Laporte from the Detroit Lions. I think I had us drafting him last year in our mock draft. I think I did. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Hey, you know what? Rob Gronkowski was picked in the second round. My bad.
He's in the second round. Okay.
Again, we're going facts, no paper. We ain't got no paper in front of us.
What about Laporte? Laporte from Detroit. Didn't I have?
I think he got picked high. I think.
Yeah, he did, and he was the best tight end out of the whole draft.
Right, he was,
but he wasn't in the top 10. I don't think.
No. The only tight end over the last probably 20 years that was picked that high was the tight end for the Falcons, Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, and you see, look at Kyle Pitts,
5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame the coach for Kyle Pitts' failures right now. That's
I can too. I can too.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yep.
Well, they were the blueprint to not let a tight end. Let's go. Kyle Pitts kind of ruined that. Let me see. Bryce says, how solid are y'all on Will Levis? I know we don't have much of a sample size, but based on what we've seen, do y'all think we have finally found our guy? Oh, do you think we have finally, when we say our guy, do you think we have found our guy?
Don't know yet.
I agree.
Don't know yet.
I agree.
So I'm going to say going into the season, you're thinking, yes, right? Of course, we got our quarterback. It's cool. But that still remains to be seen. You know what I mean? Yep. So I don't know yet. That answer to me right now is unanswerable. So I don't think we have a big enough sample size. I don't. He has a big enough sample size to be our starter next year, for sure. Going into it, no quarterback controversy. Number 8 is your turn. Do your thing. That sample size, that experience and that experiment has at least put him on the field as a starter. So I can't say, oh yeah, we're good. Go ahead and sign him for a 4 or 5 year deal. He's got to prove that. He knows that too. How do you feel, Jacques?
I agree. I mean, I've seen what I've seen. But again, with a new regime, you don't know, right? You got a new in place. You have everything that's new, so you just don't know. And the sample size that I did see, I seen a rookie out there. He's catching it. He's doing very well, but that was in a different system, right?
Yep.
In a whole different system now. So I'm like you. I don't know. I have to see. This year's really going to. This year's he's going to have to. He's going to have to because he's not young, right? CJ Stroud is what 20, 21, 20. He's young.
No, he's not 20. I think like 21 or 22.
20. Okay, AR is young. Will Levis is he's what 24. Correct me
Yeah,
if I'm
20,
wrong.
maybe 25 now. Yeah, he's got a little age on him.
Right. So
Yep.
again,
Stroud is 22.
Okay, so again,
He'll be 23 when the season starts.
Exactly. The Texans can say they found their guy, right? Maybe it's by circumstance, maybe it's the system. I don't know. But again, we'll see what we have when the new offense is implemented and how fast he picks it up, how fast the offense itself gels, how fast. Because, yeah, Hawk, we can even get an offensive lineman. The problem with that is how fast can they gel together? How fast can they work together? So it's a lot of unknowns and uncertainties. It's exciting, but we got system look like.
Yep. I saw another comment too, Jacques, about I think it came from Tremaine, man, about Will Levis. He said, you said it, Hawk. Will Levis is the key in all this, so why not draft Jaden Daniels at 7 to solidify the quarterback? Ooh, Tremaine. Ooh.
Oh, you funny. You funny, ooh. Bro.
Oh no, man. All right, we gotta get the. Hey, we're good with Will Levis. We're just saying, look, it's the draft. It's the draft. You just never know, man. You know what I mean? It's the draft. You never know. Yep.
Let me see. Hawk, you funny, bro. Oh, tight end early rounds. We need to get a block of tight end in the late rounds. We drafted a tight end 2 years straight in the late rounds, and they go in the first. It makes no sense. Yep.
That's facts. That's facts. Blaze of Fire, you're correct. So I would say this, Blaze of Fire. I would not draft a tight end in the first round. No question about that, right? So what I look at is if you draft a tight end, say, well, you can't draft in the third round, you're definitely going to draft him in the second round, is when you look at Josh Wiley, is he back from his injury, or how confident do we feel about Josh Wiley? Another question, how do we feel about Chig? Chig, to me, is kind of like Will Levis. Y'all got some proving to do, bro. Before I'm like, he's solid, Chig got some proving to do. He's got some proving to do. In 2 years, he hasn't even amassed 1,000 yards receiving. So Chig's got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? He's got the talent, but you know, we'll see. We'll see.
It's the whole man. I'll get there. Dre Day says, "What about the D tackle from Texas in the second?" Ooh.
Yeah, talking about Byron Murphy,
the big one,
or Sweat.
I think the big joker. You talking about the big joker?
The big. That's Sweat. Then that's Sweat. They got two guys. They got two dogs on the D line, right. Murphy and Sweat. So
put them by.
Who are you speaking on?
That's a great question.
Sweat.
Yeah.
I say
the big
this.
One, he said Sweat. He said Sweat. He said the big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Murphy could be a first round pick. Byron Murphy. Sweat. If you want a big dog nose tackle in the first round, he would be the guy. This joker's like 360 pounds. This dude is huge. I don't see him being a first round pick. He's big. I see him being a second round pick for sure. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah. What up, TA?
Yep. What up, TA? What's happening? Titan Anderson in the building. What's good, bro?
Yep.
What's happening, brother?
What up, team?
All is well with you. Hey, your YouTube channel still popping, bro. For sure,
yes,
bro.
Sir. Yes, sir. Emmett says, Will Levis, we'll see if this is going to handle. He's going to be busy. Yes, sir. Especially learning that whole offense is going to be busy and sloppy the first 2 or 3 games because they're learning. You're learning, right? This is a whole learning session that's going to happen. And it's going to be a lot of little frustrating things that's going to happen. But you got to be patient. See how things are going. Like you said, Chig, I think Chig has more to prove than Will. They both have something to prove, but Chig, this is going to year 3. He progressed and then he kind of digressed, and now we got to see where you at now this year, because are you tight end 1 or are you going to see tight end 3 going forward? Let me see.
Facts.
Dre says, yeah, what do I think about Xavier Leggett? Man, he reminds that joker, man. He big, bro. He big. He got a nice rack. I like him. Second round pick, not bad. What you think, Hawk? Did you spend a second round pick on Xavier?
I'm gonna talk like Xavier Legette. I'm gonna say, hey man, I'm gotta catch the ball out there now. I gotta catch the ball. I'm from South Carolina. I gotta catch the ball right there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta catch the ball out there. All right, so let me tell you about Xavier Legette, man. So Xavier Legette is semi. Yes, he took the words right out of my mouth, Dre Day. I'm thinking of Deebo Samuel, the former South Carolina receiver, and also AJ Brown. He is in that mold. He's not as fast as those guys. I think that's Xavier's issue. He's not fast. So, you know, but one thing about him, he is a dog, and he is hard to tackle. And
yes, sir.
He's just like Deebo Samuel and AJ. Well, built like them guys. Plays more like Deebo than AJ Brown, in my opinion.
He built like DK, man.
He's more of a catch a curl and go up for a touchdown just based on breaking tackles. He ain't gonna outrun nobody. So he's a playmaker. I can see him being a late second round pick, man. I can see that.
I can too. I can. He, like you said, that when I'm looking at film, his rack is dope. Like he's not fast. Now the mix. Do you want that type of mix with our offense? Right. We do have speed. We have possession. We need size. I mean, Treylon Burke is supposed to be size, but I mean, be nice size. I mean, that Joker big, man. That Joker.
Hey, you brought up a hell of a point just now, Jacques. You brought up a hell of a point about Treylon Burks in that same scenario as to why I wouldn't draft Xavier Legette. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Fady says
man,
well,
Johnny Wilson
from Florida
That's
State.
the big, yes, the 6'7" receiver, man.
Yeah, they need to be a tight end.
He should be a tight end. He's gonna be a tight end in the league, man.
Yeah, he'll be a tight end, bro.
He's gonna be a tight end. I just don't
see. Yeah.
He is. That joke. I was like, that joke is so big, man. It's ridiculous, man.
You play basketball, bro. What are you doing,
man?
Right? That's funny. That's funny. What about is it Darius Roberson?
Yeah, Robinson from Missouri. He's from Missouri. Yeah, so Robinson, this guy here is he's a D tackle, kind of a hybrid D tackle D end.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing about him, dude, like this guy, you know, he was in the Senior Bowl. You know, did pretty well in the Senior Bowl. He'll probably get a second round grade because this guy's he's got really good size. Like dude's almost 6'6" out there. So in that regard in itself, and you know, I think got second team All SEC. So this guy here, he, you know, I've seen a little bit of him. You know, it's a pretty good guy, man.
I've watched film on him. He's good at point of attack. He's big. He's about 6'5". He's not as fast, but he's good. You can plug out there on the end. He'll benefit from a real good linebacker core and help. To me, he's not that game breaker that you would like, right? If I'm gonna get somebody, I want a game breaker. And I'm looking at the top 30 visits. He did a virtual meeting with the Titans.
Okay. Interesting.
So he had a virtual meeting with the Titans. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. He had I'm looking at the top 30 visits. JC Latham is an interesting name that comes up because he keeps getting linked to the Titans. I keep hearing that the Titans like JC Latham. What do y'all feel about JC?
The offensive tackle from Alabama, Crimson Tide, Roll Tide. In Alabama.
He got some strong hands. Alabama. That Joker got strong hands.
Yeah, he does. He's a bulldog. Latham is, you know, I know that a lot of people are saying he, you know, because he played tackle. I seen him in person when I went to the game in Alabama this year. You know, JC Latham could end up being a guard too. Like this guy is.
Yeah, I see him more as a guard. Hawk, you took the words right out of my mouth.
He's tall.
I see him as a tackle.
That's what might keep him at tackle. And he's young. You know, but the thing, he's not. Tackles now are like Joe Alt. Like you got height, but you're not like 370. You know, JC Latham's like 360. He's a big dude, bro. So I don't know, man. We'll see.
Bryce
What up,
Tubbs with
Bryce?
the $4.99 super chat. He said, "I don't see any reason for Will Levis to fail. He's got the arm, the competitiveness, and the mindset. I think we saw that in the Miami game. So let's give him the.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about it.
All right. Bryce Tubbs. Do.
Oh,
Bryce Tubbs in the building. Appreciate it, Bryce.
thank you, Bryce. So, Hawk, do you want to start off with this, or
Yeah.
you want to kick us off?
So
Yeah.
the Miami game, I was at the game. I was in Miami, watched it right in front of my face. And he absolutely is competitive. And I'm not trying to start a narrative as if, if he's gonna fail. Okay. I'm not saying that because he has intangibles that, probably 80% of quarterbacks in the league doesn't have. He's definitely got arm strength. He's unbelievably competitive to a point I want him to calm down. And so what I mean is he has a mindset of a linebacker playing quarterback. And in the NFL, you have to be careful with that mindset. And I'm not talking about winning. I'm talking about him running, trying to run over people and trying to hurdle people and those things, kind of like what Josh Allen does and things like that. Josh Allen's been very lucky not to get hurt. Will Levis, I think, takes up another notch when it comes to craziness, right? So he has to calm down. I think I love the fact that he's competitive. But, I think, again, for me to sit there and tell you, oh, he's proven. No, he's not proven. He's not, we're straight at quarterback. No, we're not yet. It's still a matter of process and progress. So we'll see what happens over time. But the thing is, I'm not sitting there saying it's a quarterback controversy. I'm very happy with Will Levis here. You know what I mean? So it is a matter, can he continue to get better? Can he stay out the injury report by him just doing things to get himself hurt? He has to be protected. Hopefully, we draft Joe Alt. We have the front that can block for him so he can do his things. You know what I'm saying? So what about you, Jacques?
I mean, again, if he was to take that Miami game and times it about 3 or 4, then I can say, yeah, we got our guy. Like, oh yeah. But it's just the inconsistency. Of course, him being a rookie. 2, the system that you were in. 3, like you said, he's amped up. And hopefully that's why I'm saying his age, he better calm down, because with age, we slow down. Our body started to break down.
Yep.
He needs some consistency around him. He only had one thing that was consistent, him getting sacked and D-Hop, right?
Yep.
So
facts,
again,
no paper, sir.
I like the potential. I'm going to keep using the word. The potential is amazing, but I need to see more. And again, he gets a reset. I think everybody in the office gets a reset because you have a new regime in here. Now, if that new regime doesn't like what they see, I can't be mad, right?
Yep.
They got to fix it, right? He comes from Joe Burrow to Will Levis. All right, cool. Let's make it rock. Let's figure something out, right? Let's get you to his level. If that's what we got to play to your strengths, I'm telling you, go look at the Kentucky tape in 2001 or 2001 when he was pretty solid behind a good offensive line. He had playmakers. He had a good offensive scheme. Replicate that, and you have a nice, decent guy. Super Bowl, I don't know yet. But again, we're going to see. So that's for me. Titans and Truth. What up, bro? He says, go live Titans on draft night. He said, if not, invite y'all to come join me on a Thursday or Friday show. So, Hawk, I don't know what you're doing. Friday might be better for us because, Hawk, I got a surprise. We might be, if you want, if you're willing and able. And Truth, you know this too. You're a season ticket holder. We get invited to the draft show and the draft on Thursday that evening to watch it at the stadium. So if you want to slide, let me know. We can definitely do the show at the stadium if you ain't doing nothing, bro. But if not, if we not doing nothing, we most definitely will hop on either Thursday or Friday. So we'll take you up on your offer.
We sure will.
So most definitely.
Y'all check his show. Check Titans and Truth show out.
Yes, sir.
He's an OG in the game. Hey, he knows his stuff. And Titans and Truth, shout out to you, man. This joke the entire time. Hey, man, we got to get rid of Vrabel, man. We got
shout out to Truth.
Yes,
Truth
sir.
was on it, man.
He was before anybody, man.
Hey, Truth was on, and he used to get heat for that, man. But hey, he stuck to his guns, and I respect him for it. I respect you, bro. Right. Hey, I really respect you, bro. Like you said,
absolutely, man.
One of the OGs in the game that should be up here, man. Man, you know how we rock, dog. You know how we rock.
Sir. Absolutely.
Sin City says, "What's your ideal picks if we stick at 7 and 38?" So we've been consistent. What's our ideal? Hawk, go ahead.
Yeah, so Sin City, we discussed, you saying O tackle and receiver probably at 38. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Alt or Fashanu in the first, on the 7th pick and 38. Anywhere between Brian Thomas, Adonai Mitchell, any of those guys or whatever, or even flip it. You know what I'm saying? Receiver and offensive lineman, but I'm starting to change my mind on 38. I prefer a D tackle or a DN. I prefer a DN, to be honest with you. I just haven't seen anyone yet to say, man, that guy right there, he's ready, man. 38, we got it. I haven't seen it yet. So I think there are better receiver options than DN. So I'm going receiver for right now. I might tell you tomorrow defensive end, Jock. Is that what you feeling like, bro?
It's the same. Again, either left tackle or receiver or vice versa.
Yep.
That's where I want to load up. But like you said, if it comes down to it and something different happens, then I wouldn't be mad. Either way, I'm excited because it's gonna be different. It's just gonna be different.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm gonna send you the top 30 visits. This list is very interesting. From what I've seen, Joe Alt's on that list. I can even send it to you.
Yeah, you can send it to me.
Okay.
He said the top 30 visits.
Yeah,
I find out. Hey man, it popped up on here already.
Yeah. So
let me see if I can pull that on here.
I'm gonna go down these names. There's some Kool-Aid McKinstry is on there.
Okay.
You got Joe Alt, who's on there. J.C. Latham, my boy Kalen Carson, Rasheen Ali, Malik Neighbors is on that top 30 visit, and these are in person. So you got the in-person visits, you got private meetings. There were 2 players that got private meetings. You ready for this? 2 players, okay? Hawk, you ready? Malik Neighbors and Isaiah Johnson. Malik Neighbors and Isaiah Johnson. They got private meetings, okay? You got locals with Cole Spencer, and then virtual meetings with Darius Robinson, and Josh Proctor. And then Junior Colson, which we've talked about, the linebacker from Michigan. I like him. He was on that list. The reason why I'm bringing this up is to pay attention because they take these top 30 visits serious, okay?
Facts.
So these
facts, Jock. Ooh, you cooking. Keep going, bro.
Rasheen Ali, Marshawn Lloyd, McKinley Jackson, Jarvis Brownlee Jr., Chris Abrams, Dash Draney. Like these players, I'm like Tavondre Sweat. When we just talking about him earlier? When we just talking about him earlier?
The D-tackle. Somebody had asked about him as far as Sweat. Yep.
Pay attention to your top 30 visits. I'm just saying. I pay attention to this stuff, man. And when I look at it, I'm like, okay, what are they gearing towards? So that's a total of 4 cornerbacks, 3 defensive linemen, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 3 offensive tackles, 2 offensive guards, 1 linebacker, 2 safeties, and 1 edge. What you think, Hawk?
Yep.
City says he agree with you with the D tackle, D lineman.
I mean, yeah, man.
That top 30 visit, man.
So
up.
It does.
There you go.
So I try to put them all on one screen. If it's too pixelated, man, I apologize. But to your point, Lloyd from USC, yes. So J.C. Latham was on there. So looking at this list, I mean, I see Kool-Aid McKinstry on here as well, the corner from Alabama. I see McKinley Jackson from Texas A&M. I see Roman Wilson. So 2 receivers. Offensive tackle from Arizona, Jordan Morgan. The Darius Robinson we talked about, somebody brought up from Missouri. Somebody brought him up.
He's on there.
So most of these guys are here's one thing I noticed from these guys. Most of these guys are in the South. Most of these guys are SEC guys. So get a little bit closer to home or whatever. I'd say out of that, the fact that Joe Alt was here, I think is huge. I think that's
Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors. That's right. That's true.
It's lining up.
So So I mean, I talked the top 30 visits. I mean, that's huge. And then, you have other guys that might make the second round. You know what I mean? And so, the fact that we don't have a 3rd round pick still bothers me. It bothers me. And I wish we could get a 3rd round pick because 3rd round picks they start. 3rd round picks become Hall of Famers too. So I just, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man.
And Dre Day, you're right. The Texas A&M linebacker, he is a dog. He's a dog.
Yep.
Since he said Sweat gonna slide due to legal issues. I see him going in the late rounds of some marks. He could.
Yep.
He could.
Yep.
He
could. He needs to put that. Need to put that bottle down, bro. Put the bottle down, bro. Trying to get ready for the draft.
Half these fools need to stop speeding too. That's another thing. Put the bottle down and put the Lambo down, because these new kids, man, are tripping. Like for real.
Yep.
So
we talking draft. I'm gonna tell you this, Jacques. Shout out to those in the comment section, because at times when we have our shows, we could be talking about, say, Derrick Henry going to the Ravens, right? And then we'll have questions about everything, which we appreciate. We want it to be wide open as far as what we discuss. This might be the first of the live chop ups in a while. We have been talking heavy and all about the draft, man. I love this, dude. You got me. It shows you guys are really paying attention to the draft, man. So we shout out to you all, man.
Jay Bryan says, I think we're going to trade back in the 2nd round. If we do, pick up a 3rd round pick. If we trade back, pick up a 3rd round pick. That's my way. Now I'm gonna be honest. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, this, and I'm gonna ask you. Are you willing to trade down in the middle of the draft in the 2nd round if you got a 3rd round pick? So say if somebody trying to give a good team that's in the middle of the pack, Seattle say, hey, we want to trade for your 2nd round pick. We want to get up in the 38th pick, and we'll give you our 3rd round pick. Would you be willing to swap picks with us and get a 3rd round this year?
So swap the 2nd round to get an extra 3rd. The answer is yes, but who? You know what I'm saying? That would be so it would be more like maybe anywhere between 38 and 47, maybe. Anything later than that? No, sir, because there's not much of a difference between a late 2nd and early 3rd. Though you do get an extra player, but 38, that's a huge spot, dude. That 38 is huge, bro. It's huge. So if you swap, cool. 45, let's do that. If we can get an extra 3rd, yes. But somebody talking about, man, hey, 67 or something? Nah, bro, we keeping our 38, bro.
And Jay Bryan, you right. Michael, I can see that. And if you want him that bad, man, that's man. You got to give King's ransom.
Dangling the number 7 pick like this, y'all. I'll be like, this, look,
bro. You want 7? All right, cool.
You want Michael Penix?
Man, keep talking, Hawk, because I want to see Seattle's draft capital real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I want to get with an opponent that has multiple draft picks, like the Houston Texans. They have 10 picks, 10, 11 picks. Man, let's talk business, man. Let's talk. Let me see. Right. So the Seahawks, I don't know, man. I don't know if they want to do that. They have they're almost like us. They got the 1st round pick, which is 16. They don't pick into the 3rd round. They got 3rd round, 2 4th rounds, 2 6, and 1 7. So if they want Michael Penix that bad, give us your. We'll swap. Give me.
I think 3rd round. I think Michael Penix could be available at 16, and I think of all the quarterbacks, Michael Penix might be the shocker of them all. Because Michael Penix, he's a left-handed. That man be throwing darts.
What did I say last year about Michael Penix?
Yep.
Michael Penix, like you said, he can be pretty solid, man. Like I can see him going, but 16, because the Raiders are looking at a quarterback. They want Jaden Daniels.
I think I wonder if, probably so. Maybe so. I wouldn't be surprised if Jaden Daniels was the number 2 or number 3 pick in the draft.
He don't want to go to. I heard he don't want to go to the Commanders. He don't want to go to the Commanders. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to go there either. Bo Nix. Are you saying Bo Nix to who? The Seattle Seahawks? I'm not a Bo Nix fan. I'm be honest with you. Bo Nix is okay. He was at Auburn.
Bo Nix is old as I am, man. Bo Nix played college football. He was playing Auburn. It seemed like back in the Cam
Forever.
Newton days. It was another
Forever.
quarterback named Nix, but it's like, man, it seemed like that Nix name has just been around forever.
Yeah, Bo Nix is. That's just like JJ. Like John Harbaugh has hyped him up so much. Whoever picks him, buyers beware, because I wasn't impressed. Maybe they see something else. I don't know. But you saying Bo Nix is gonna be the best out of all of them? Okay. Okay. Hey, we'll see. Getting the right system. Vikings need a quarterback. So who all needs a quarterback? Let me see.
Oh man, dude, the whole
Commanders,
Chicago, Washington,
Chicago,
New
Washington,
England, New York Giants.
The Raiders,
These are the teams that are ahead of us. The New
The
York
Las Vegas.
Jets need a quarterback.
Vegas.
I guess Arizona might be all right. They said
Vegas.
Minnesota. Yeah, Vegas. But Vegas, they pick, I think 12 or 13. But I mean, still early. It's still early in the draft. Don't get me wrong.
But the rumors are
the Denver Broncos need a quarterback.
There's rumors going around that they like Jaden. So it wouldn't surprise me if they try to trade up. I agree.
They will have to trade up.
Yeah.
I think I've been hearing about Drake May things. Of course, Caleb Williams going to the Chicago Bears. No question about that.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Jaden Daniels went to the Commanders, man.
I feel sorry for him. I would. I wouldn't be surprised either. But and Caleb Williams again. I thought Chicago should have kept Justin Fields. That's in my opinion. But I mean, I don't know. Raiders have spoken on to the Titans. Yeah, I know. They want to move up. They want to move up bad. I'm gonna be honest. These GMs do not know what they are doing in most of these organizations. Derek Brown, you are not lying. You are not lying. You are not lying. You are speaking to the choir. Like seriously. Bo Nix and Sean Payton will be deadly. Just saying.
Ooh, you're high on Bo Nix, man. Hey,
man.
Maybe you see something that we don't. Not taking nothing away from Bo Nix, but man, to say that's saying a lot. So we'd have to see. We'd have to see. So these quarterbacks that are in this draft, Caleb Williams included.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see
I
it.
agree.
And none of them just sort of jump off the charts because there's weaknesses in everybody's game. Don't get me wrong. And I really like Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels' problem is, man, I don't like how he runs. Jaden Daniels in college was getting lit up based on how he runs. He runs goofy.
I'll say the same thing.
You can't be a goof in the league, man. You can't. And he's like 6'5", like 205 pounds. Like you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
and you know what, Derek? You're right. If you can't rock in the SEC,
I disagree, man. I disagree with that. Look, I say this: Bo Nix did very good at Auburn, but he graduated. He wanted to go. He knew Auburn wasn't gonna do nothing. Go to Oregon. It's a passing system. I'm gonna try to get my way into the playoffs easier than say playing Auburn. I think that's why he did that. Bo Nix did okay at Auburn.
How old is Bo Nix?
I don't know. He was ahead of Malik Willis in the depth chart.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so Bo Nix is old. He's at least 24, 25 minimum.
Let me see. I'm looking it up. He is. Let's see. He's 24. Okay. He is 24. Gotcha. Yeah. 24.
Yep.
He's born in 2000.
About 44.
I know it again.
Bo Nix started as a freshman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He started at Auburn. So
what about I'm gonna throw a name out there that did pretty solid at the Senior Bowl. What about Spencer Rattler?
So I'm gonna tell you this, Jock. As I mentioned about Michael Penix being a shocker, I think Spencer Rattler can be a shocker too, dude. Mm-hmm. Spencer Rattler, folks don't remember, man, in high school, he was one of the top recruiting quarterback, one of the top recruiting players in college. And he played at Oklahoma and did pretty well, right? Mm-hmm. And then, transferred. And so, Spencer Rattler, back when he was younger, a lot of people compared him with Patrick Mahomes and things like that. Spencer Rattler, he's going to mess around and be like a third-round pick. Yeah. He's going to make somebody's team as a backup quarterback.
Yeah. I think Penix has the better arm and reading. Daniels is my favorite. I agree. That lefty, man, that lefty, he throws some beautiful deep ball. I'm like, man, dude, pretty solid. Like you said with Daniels, he runs goofy, but he's accomplished, man. Like he's pretty solid. Solid.
He did good at Arizona State too, man. Before he went to LSU, and he started as a freshman. Yep.
You remember when they clowned him?
Yep. Sam Hartman is your sleeper. Sam Hartman can throw the ball pretty well. He's not athletic. He has no speed at all. I'm not saying you have to have speed. Tom Brady's and those guys. Not saying you have to have a lot of speed. But to get around the quarterback, because the league now is so much about speed and things like that, will hurt you if you don't have some type of speed. And if you don't have speed, you have to have an elite arm. Sam Hartman doesn't have that. Now, Sam Hartman is a leader and a winner. It could make somebody's roster. It just depends on what the sleeper. Are we saying Sam Hartman will be a starter one day or he'll be a backup? I don't see him being more than a backup, and I might be wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
The team leader says he's the new Minshew, which is true.
Sam Hartman got a cool beard.
Yeah. He does. That's funny. Let me see. Bo Nix threw 11 touchdowns last year at Auburn in 10 games. His last season in Oregon, he threw 45 touchdowns. Defense is always good in the Pac-12.
Facts.
He's bringing stats and statistics. I mean,
hey, Derek, to be honest, you're speaking kind of what I'm saying. He wanted to go somewhere where he could thrive more, right? At Oregon, it'd be a little easier. That's exactly what I said, right? That's what he wanted to do, and he did do that. He looked like subpar to above average quarterback to a Heisman Trophy candidate.
Yeah, it gave him the best. It gave him the best chance to put himself in the best position to be successful. That's what he did.
He did. And he's gonna mess around and be a first round pick. So Bo Nix did the right thing, bro. Because I think if he stayed at Auburn, I don't think that he would have been drafted high, but I don't really think he would have been as high as what they're saying, at least right now.
2 top 5 picks in Daniels' neighborhood, but we're average. LSU got 2 top 5 picks in Daniels.
Daniels and Malik Neighbors.
Neighbors, yep.
But we're average. Average isn't what? I mean, they had a hell of a season. They struggled early, yes, but LSU was balling towards the end of the season. So and then they had Brian Thomas too. I mean, Jayden Daniels was a Heisman Trophy winner.
He was.
Yeah. So
he was. Tighten up, JD. What up? Yeah. Again, and he ultimately helped with both of those receivers to get to. And LSU has been a producer of receivers, now quarterbacks, right? For the last 10 years, if that.
Yeah, man. Every year, dude.
They have put out, man. They have put out. And shout out to my boy Joe, who's from New Orleans. You know what I mean? LSU fan to the core. We kind of debate about that a lot, but it's true. I mean, they you can't go wrong with an LSU receiver or Ohio State receiver. Those two schools are just like this, just like this.
That's right.
So
that's right.
That's funny.
Yeah. We appreciate the questions, y'all. And again, if you throw a super chat, that kicks all other questions out the way.
Hey, you right, Stevie. Let Rand cook. Rand is built for this. Let me say that. Rand is built for that. And team leader, you right, man. 27 likes. Come on, smash that like button, y'all.
You're right. Smash that like button, man. Smash the like button. We appreciate everybody rocking with us as well, too, man.
Right. Let's see. I know we got Snead, and he's a great talent, but with his knee injury, why isn't corner such a big focus in the draft? Now, again, he said nothing's wrong with his knee, but you never know. You need insurance. I think corner is a must need in this draft as well, in my opinion. Again, with the scenario that was thrown out there earlier, if our 2 main positions on our board are gone, what do we do? Is corner out that mix as well, right? I don't think there's a corner in this draft that's worth the 7th round pick. But in the 2nd round, I most definitely would entertain it, right? Can't never have too many corners. You can't.
Yep.
What about you, Hawk? How you feel about that?
Yeah, we definitely need corners for sure. So why isn't corner such a big focus in it? So D Brown, you're right. There hasn't been a lot of talk about corner. Now we've said on some previous shows, if we picked a prime corner in the second round, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Actually, I wouldn't be. I think what changed the narrative is the L'Jarius Sneed piece. And yes, we did hear he has some type of knee injury. We don't know the severity of it or whatever. I have no idea if it's just something lingering or whatever. But L'Jarius Sneed is a hell of a ball player. So I look at it, okay, we get a corner, cool, but I'm probably saying maybe 5th round. You know what I mean? Just for depth. We have 2 solid starting corners and a third in Roger McCrary, who's a super, super solid corner. So, at least for this year. Next year, because Awuzie is about to be in his 30s, so players getting older. But I'd wait. We have other needs right now. I think that's the thing I'm looking at. We have other needs that complete holes that we need.
Yeah, there's some late round corners that, like you said, that we can pick up later. We position ourselves to where we don't. It's not a glaring hole. It's not a glaring hole. Matter of fact, we have two of the best corners in the league right now. Got one of the best corners in the league. So with that being said, you can always add to the stable. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm gonna keep using that term. Adding to the stable like horses, man. You can't never have too many thoroughbreds. And the corners that you mentioned, the kid from Washington, the kid from Wake Forest, there are safeties and corners out there that we can pick up and say, hey, only thing you have to do is come in and just be you don't even have to be A+. Just be a C+, a B+ player and get in there and play special team. I don't know how I'm still in the Vrabel regime where he focus on special teams, but go out there. I need to get that out of my mind. Go out there and play your position, man. Like seriously. And our defensive coordinator, he was a DB coach. So I already know his mindset is all DB, DB, DB. I want more DBs. Let's go. We 2 former DBs. Let's go, man. I can't never have too many of us, man. I'm just saying.
Right.
They have talked to Arnold and Kool-Aid, which could be a trade back option. Again, if it happens, I'm like you, Hawk. I am not mad. I am not upset. I'm not ticked off. I'm like, okay, we just added to another building roster that we have that was trash last year and pretty good this year, right? Oh, there's one thing I did want to say. Did you see, I forgot the analyst's name, where he has the Titans, I think, under, 5 or 6 wins or something crazy like that? This is how much you could tell they don't pay attention to the Titans. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Looking at our roster, because I don't want to give too much because I know we're gonna do our show.
I know.
I'm gonna reserve my comments on that.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I'm right with you. I got after the draft, and I can really formulate it. But yeah. We need to get a safety before a corner. Either one, it don't matter. Safety, corner, safety. I don't care. Just get one or the other, or get both and keep it pushing. That's how I feel about that because again, we need it, right?
Yep. If we had a third round pick, man, I would get one of them safeties, man, like a cold safety, maybe as that third round is so pivotal, man, because he's gonna be a starter. So, but we don't have it, so I can't say it. You know what I mean? So,
right.
I wouldn't pick a safety in the second round.
Right. He got to be damn near Ed Reed or Sean Taylor.
Exactly. That's right.
Derek Brown says, thanks for bringing that up. With our D coordinator being a DB coach previously, how does he impact Caleb Farley this year? Well, Caleb Farley has to stay healthy.
Facts,
I have to see how healthy Caleb is first before I can even say anything remotely about getting on the field. How is your back?
Yep, exactly. How's your knee? How's your lungs from COVID, right? Well, CV, excuse me, right? Those things have to,
Yeah, like that's before I can answer that question. And Derek, I'm not trying to dodge the question, but bro, I need to see how healthy you are before I can say anything. And then after I evaluate that, and after I hear you coming back and you practicing, then I can say, okay, he can teach you some things. Go and teach him something. Get him right. King Wood 89, what up, bro? He said, will y'all be against if we traded our number 7 pick for Micah Parsons? Great question.
Absolutely. Of course I'd be against this. Yes.
What you think? You say
I would be against it. Absolutely. Yes. I mean, Micah Parsons is unbelievable. Don't get me wrong, but we got other needs, man. We got bigger needs. The Dallas Cowboys ain't winning with Michael Parsons, right? So we have bigger needs, man. Michael Parsons is a hell of a player, but we got bigger. We got Jeffrey Simmons. So no.
I agree. Nope. Nah.
No.
Nah. Like you said, I want to go younger. Michael Parsons is a hell of a player. Don't get me wrong, but again, like you said, it's just too much. If we were a complete team and we needed a player, I wouldn't mind doing it. But still, nah. I'm good. Great question, though.
We are, in my opinion, man. We are in harvesting season. We're harvesting right now. We're right now trying to build. And we got some free agents that we normally don't get this many free agents in one off season. So they're letting you know, like, okay, the AFC South, Houston's going to run this thing right now the way it looks. So it's like, so it's like we got to at least the AFC is still open. It's still wide open. And so Buffalo's gone down. You don't know what Pittsburgh with their quarterback situation. Don't know about Cleveland. There's a lot of openings in the AFC, except for the Chiefs, the Texans. Who am I missing?
The Ravens. You put the Ravens.
So it's wide open.
Steelers too.
Steelers. Yeah.
But they always in the mix. Look, as much as we say, the Steelers are always in the mix somehow, some way. Mike Tomlin has done a hell of a job. I want to see every year. I'm be like, they got Arthur Smith as a offensive coordinator. But I can't do that. I've learned my lesson. I've been bitten in the butt too many times to just keep saying, I can't do it, Hawk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course, we have a lot of respect for Tom. They make the playoffs. I said that last year. Like, they're gonna make the playoffs because of Mike Tomlin. We said they would beat us not because they're better than us, because they have a better coach, and that's exactly what happened, right? I guess my answer was more on like threats, like, and Pittsburgh can be a threat. You're right about that. I agree. I'm thinking of like where it's still wide open, where we could build a team that's better than Pittsburgh. We could, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think we need Houston, the Ravens, the Chiefs. We're not better than them.
Right.
We're not. So
Team leader 2010 says Texans with their ugly them helmets are trash. Detroit Lions uniforms.
The Detroit. I'm warming up to the Detroit Lions. It's a little bit. It's okay. It's all right.
They all right. Who else? The Jets. Yeah, them helmets look like the XFL. Is it the XFL? USFL? Is it
both?
XFL? Oh, okay, they combined them. When I seen it, I said, "Who is the Houston Roughnecks?" I was like, "Nah, man, that's trash. They need to go."
They look like a team you create on Madden.
On Madden, they do.
Yep.
They do.
Yep.
I agree. Because they got new uniforms. Didn't they get alternate uniforms?
They are, but they haven't seen them yet.
I bet they trash.
You see, but you do see what they did with the helmet, though, right? You do see inside the helmet color.
Yeah, it's the blue. Powder blue. Yeah, I seen that.
Boy, the Houston Texans they're very insecure, bro. They are, man. They just won't. Man, they so insecure when it comes to that. I get it, man. I get it. Whatever.
Right. So King Wood says, with the team that we're building right now and what we have pre-draft, if we were to play Lamar, Derek, and the Ravens, do we stand a chance in a head-to-head matchup? You got to answer the question, Hawk. Can't dodge it, bro.
Yeah, hey, if it's a question I can't answer, this is an answerable question here. Nah, I don't think we can right now. I don't think we have enough dogs on defense, man. Nah.
I agree. In the secondary would be okay. The linebacker core, you got to tackle Derrick Henry. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson.
D-line and Lamar Jackson. D-line. That passing, I'm still like,
Right. Yeah.
Offensively, our offensive line ain't even complete, so we get destroyed there. Receiver wise, I mean, we can keep up a little bit, but it just depends on how long Will has to throw the ball. So we ain't got no chance. Sorry,
no, not today. No.
Ask me this next year.
We still got. I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can, but I'm still very shaky on our defense. I'm being very clear with our defense, and I'm still very shaky with our offensive line. We still got problems. So we'll see.
I agree. I mean, we got problems all across the board. Let me say this: we got problems, but they're being fixed. If that makes sense, right? It's not like it's not being fixed. So I like what is being done to the roster. It just needs to be enhanced a little bit more, right? I like the direction we're going. We just ain't quite there yet. Now it can surprise us and turn us around, but the picks that we've picked up in free agency, they've been A+ to me, man. We've got the offensive line that is building. If you add Joe Alt, then I'll feel more comfortable. Now, I'm going to tell this. My expectations with Joe Alt, he's a rookie. So if he does make mistakes, I'm not finna call him trash. I'm not finna say he's slaw. He's a rookie, like I did Peter Skoronski last year, too. I know people was on his head, but he's a rookie. He's going to get better. So as he gets better, Joe Alt gets better, whoever is playing the right tackle position gets better. Your offensive line is young, vibrant, and they're building. So I like where we're going. I like it. I like it. No, and I'm okay with if this is another down year. I'm okay with that too. Not saying I'm again, I don't know, but we'll see. Let me see. Oh yeah, I forgot. Will Spears overtake Pollard at running back? Hawk, will that happen?
I think it'll be 50-50. I think going into the season, Spears will be running back number 1. I think he'll be our top running back. And so I think it'll be a running back with committee. I don't think it'll be like Spears running 80% of the time. So I think it'll be 50-50 for both of them. What do you think?
Yeah, it'll be because they've already told it'll be like a running back by committee. Yeah. Because they both almost have the same playing style they're both shifty, and you can tell that they're ramping up to throw the ball. That's their thing because Spears can catch the ball at the backfield, and Pollard can catch the ball at the backfield as well. So they both have a dynamic duo, something we haven't seen in a while. And it's going to kind of feel funny because we don't have a bruiser back there. So it's something we're going to have to get used to. But it tells me that you want to throw the ball first and run it second. That's what they want to do.
Facts.
I can definitely tell you that's what it's looking like. I can't confirm that or deny it, but that's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else do we got? Great questions, by the way, y'all. Y'all kicking butt with these questions. Again, if you got a question, super chat, throw it out there, man. We are going to answer that thing.
Absolutely.
And we're not going to skip over it. Let me see.
Absolutely.
Spears is a 3-down back, so yes, he starts, play most. So Blaze, I don't know if you watched the show last year, but my brother, I had us drafting Spears. Yep. Spears is cold. I had us drafting Spears. If y'all didn't check it out, check the draft show out last year. I had us drafting him at number, what was it, 5 in the 5th? No, was it 5th round, Hulk? I think
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the 5th round
pick. Yeah.
Yep, it was a 5th round pick. So again, it's a new offense. So it's everybody's learning. That's the thing. Like, and you don't know who's going to start, who's this. We can speculate as fans and say, hey, Spears is going to start. But with a new offense, you're implementing a whole new system. Yeah. Everybody's learning. That's everybody's a rookie when it comes to the playbook. So
well, Spears real quick too, man. You know, so Spears is going to be wearing another number. He didn't like 32, and I was like, man, that was my college football number. I said, man, keep that 32 on. The 32 look was all right. He's gonna wear number 2. And I told Jacques too, man, like, you know, in the city, we both live here in Nashville. So, you know, when I'm out and about, man, I run into Titans all the time. So I seen Tyjae Spears about 3 weeks ago. In person, he's bigger than you think. In person, taller and bigger in person. He's not like 5'6", 180. Like, he looked at maybe about 5'9", maybe 215. Like, he was a good sized dude. And I told Jacques too on Wednesday, man, I ran into DeAndre Hopkins. You know, we was at the spot that I was at. I was like, man, that's D-Hop. And I said, what's going on? And we walked right past. I said, man, that's crazy. He and I about the exact same size. Of course, he's an athlete. I got dad bod, I guess, right? But you know what I'm saying? But Spears is bigger than I thought in person.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like a football player in person.
Yeah. King Wood says, if we continue to build on what we saw on the back end of the season last year from Will Levis going into the new stadium in 2027, which will be the year we host the Super Bowl, do we stand a chance? Are we hosting the Super Bowl in 2027?
I didn't know that.
I didn't hear that.
I never heard that.
Hold on. Huh. Let me see. That's your is that affirmations, my brother? Are we speaking affirmations?
I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know.
We're going into the new stadium in 2027, which we will be the year we host the Super Bowl? Do we stand a chance? So are you saying okay? Are you saying we're going to be in the Super Bowl in 2027 along with hosting the Super Bowl in 27? Can you provide some context on that, King, if you don't mind? I'm just,
That's what I think he's saying too, man.
yeah,
What do you think? You think we're gonna make the Super Bowl
in
at that
2020.
year?
Too early to tell. I mean, I don't know, man. It's too early, in my opinion. It's too early. We still building this thing out. Ask me that next year, or the year after next. Ask me when we have a more complete team, and I can probably answer you and tell you, yeah. The year we should have went to the Super Bowl. I know me and Hawk were talking. We never. One thing about me and Hawk, we do not guarantee nothing. Okay, we're so non-biased when it comes to anything, specifically our team. And we will let you know if this is a Super Bowl team. And what was that? What year was that, Hawk? 2019?
2019. Yep.
We should have went to the Super Bowl. We should have went to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Let's see. We've been selected to host what?
Okay. Maybe
selected to host in 2027, but yes, host and win.
It shows. You have to check that. It shows. I'm here in SoFi Stadium in LA for 27.
That's why maybe we put the bid in. I don't know. Yeah, that's a new one. I like you doing the research, huh?
Yeah, I see 2027 is gonna be in SoFi.
Okay, that's yeah. Okay,
and Tim, you're right. We live here and we haven't heard that.
Yeah,
I guarantee you. I guarantee you, if we know that, the whole city's gonna know that.
Yeah. We probably know it before anybody and be like, "Oh, we hosting the Super Bowl. You hear that we hosting the Super Bowl?"
Yep, that's right.
Team leader takes time to build a champion. You are 100% correct. It does take time.
Right.
This thing.
To me, that's an unanswerable question.
Yes,
it's 4 years from now.
It's hard. It's hard. That's you're saying if that's the case, then you're saying Will Levis we should be in the playoffs this year. We should be in the playoffs that year after that, and then we should be literally knocking on the door to a Super Bowl in 2027. It's a lot of open-ended things that we got to see. Jeremiah, he said,
we'll go another few questions, by the way, y'all.
Yeah, Blaze said the same thing. He said, "I'm in Nashville. I never heard. Hey, you right. That's a new one. That's new." Jeremiah says, "Who do you have in the second round in the draft?" I think okay. Hawk, we talked about this. Yeah. Donnie Mitchell,
Brian Thomas.
Who else, man? Who else did we say, Hawk? There was a couple of people.
You had a linebacker. Maybe.
I did. The kid from Texas A&M.
Yep.
Yeah. So it depends. This is an exciting time. This is very exciting. Very exciting.
It is.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
And we're gonna talk a lot more even about the draft before Thursday. We got a show on Bleacher Report on Monday about the draft. So, if you haven't followed us on Bleacher Report, man, hey, check us out. We'll be on there as well. We're gonna actually have a mock draft we're gonna talk about, and then eventually before Thursday, we got to do our YouTube mock draft. That's what we've been doing for the last 5 years, man.
Yep, we do.
Yep.
Team leader says after the season, Titans will take back the South. I believe they can be a wild card this year. Again, your biggest threat is the Texans, and the way the Texans have been building, and they still have draft capital. I don't know. I mean, I good optimistic outlook, but again, I'm just looking at our division and who's in our division and how our division is stacked up. We've done a great job. I will say that we've done a great job trying to keep up, and I feel like we're being strategic about it. But I feel like the Texans' success last year kind of propelled them 2 years ahead of us to make the playoffs rookie season, and they won a playoff game too. They beat the Cleveland Browns. That's real telling. That's some Patrick Mahomes-ish stuff, okay? And then you add to the team, and you take some of our players, and you add to that team.
That's right.
that really is some stuff. So they're our biggest threats. I'm not worried about the Colts. The Colts are good, but I'm not worried about them, and I'm not too worried about the Jags. I know it sounds crazy what I'm saying, but they are our biggest. They're our biggest competition right now. That's the biggest roadblock.
Yeah,
If
absolutely. Houston is ready, man.
man,
They're
they
ready.
ready.
Houston is ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, King Wood says if either of these two players are available in the 7th pick, who do we draft or trade picks to get? Alt or Marvin Harrison Jr.? Ooh. I think I know your answer, Hawk. It's gonna be Alt all day. Alt or Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah. Now I'm a big Marvin Harrison fan, have been the last 2 or 3 seasons, and I don't expect him to be there. But if he was in this question, because of the need, man, we have to. I might have to still go alt because of because of our need. You know what I'm saying? You know what? It's our need, man. It's a need. I'd have to go with alt. I have to go with alt. What about you, Jacques?
I'm going alt too because I mean it's a foundational player. He's a left tackle. It's hard to get him. We had chances on left tackles in these past couple of drafts that we oofed on, and so we have a chance to get it right. And let me say this: I hope alt turns out to be all pro and Pro Bowler. I do. So it's like it's a 80-20 split, but I would go alt. I think I'm more high on Neighbors in my opinion than Marvin. I like both of them. They both here. But I will go alt in that instance because we need a left tackle. And then that way, if you want to get a receiver next year, you do have that option. You do have that option. And we got the receiver in the 2nd round too. It's not like we can't do it out, right?
Right.
Let me see. Hey, Sheree, he says, are the Texans better right now than they've ever been since becoming an expansion team in 2002? Well, the Texans have always had pretty decent teams. They've had Arian Foster. They've had Andre Johnson. They've had some They had Deshaun Watson. They had D-Hop. They've had some pretty good teams that can never get over the hump, per se.
Yep. I think, man, I don't think last year's team was the best they've ever had. I think the potential of the team they have this year can be the best team they've ever had. The thing about the Texans, I got to give them credit for, prior to this past year, for the last 6 or 7 years, up to when Deshaun Watson and them had been gone, and J.J. Watt and them and D-Hop and all them, these have been some lean years for the Texans, except for last year. The last several years have been lean. Prior to that, Houston was a problem. And those guys they drafted very, very well. Hadn't been prior to last year, but they have the potential this year to be the best Texans team that they've ever had. So I expect that to be the case for them. I expect Houston to be at least a 2 or 3 seed in the AFC in the playoffs based on the team that they have. It's going to be hard for us to beat them.
I agree. That's reality. Unfortunately, that's reality. And I hope the software slump hits them, but
for sure.
That's my prayer. I pray to the football gods that it happens. Do I think it's gonna happen? CJ Stroud is the truth, man. And again, I have apologies because I thought he was gonna be trash. I'm gonna just be straight 100 with you. I thought CJ Stroud was gonna be horrible, but I was all wrong. I was wrong.
I think, man. Hey, it wasn't just you, man. I think Houston knew something. Right?
Yeah.
Got to give them a credit for picking them at pick 2. And a lot of people didn't realize he was going to be that good, man. You know what I mean?
Man,
for real.
I didn't. So it's WrestleMania. Okay, so that's what it is. It's WrestleMania that'll be at the new stadium. Okay. Appreciate the clarification because, again, we in the city, man. That's something we probably would have heard right away. Like, oh, man.
And somebody made a comment about 2030. So they're saying that by the time the stadium is built, by 2030, we should have the Super Bowl. But there's not a designated year yet. Because the stadium hasn't even been built yet. You know what I mean?
They've broken ground. So if y'all don't know, the stadium has broken ground. They're in the process of building. So they're on the process.
Yep.
Just how fast it gets done. And we'll be here. We will be here. I don't know if I'm gonna be in that building on a consistent basis, but we will be here. Titans of Truth. I don't know if you're still in the building, but they say season tickets ain't looking too hot. So how we might just be 1, 2, 3 games and keep it pushing, man. Because I heard they fairly pricey.
Yeah.
So
and they've cut down the size of the stadium inside the attendance. So so they're like, well, we're gonna shrink it a little bit, but we're gonna put them ticket prices up to make up for that revenue, man. For real,
bro.
Man. Yeah,
bro. It's looking, man, dog, man. Whew.
Yep.
Whew.
So we'll go one more question, y'all. We appreciate everybody rocking. We've been on here for 2 hours, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man.
We have been on here 2 hours, man. Shoot. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, bro. And the draft came by super fast.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Super fast.
Yep. What up, Raven 76? B More, what's up, man? Salute, draft night right around the corner.
You owe us, man. You owe us, bro. We hooked y'all up. We hooked y'all up. We gave y'all the king, man. Y'all owe us one, dog. Y'all owe us one. You, Ink, Raven, and all y'all owe us one, man. Like for real.
That's right.
Oh, so Samoan Bulldozer. We don't do this right now.
Yep.
This will be a show, my brother. So stay tuned.
Full out show.
It'll be a full out
show. A full. Yep.
And we tend to get wrong because we allow the weekly family to participate too. So it's gonna be one of those things, man, where we all have visions and delusions and we tend to be a little delusional around that time. I give it up to fatigue. We want the season to start and excitement. So just hold on, bro, because that's something that we don't do a very good job at. I think the weekly family, me and Hawk, we be off by miles sometimes. I think Hawk was a little bit closer. Well, he was close, but you were still off. Last year. Yeah. He said, I got you. Yes, sir. Please check
us out, Samoan Bulldozer, man. There's a few shows, man. We gonna do the draft show. We always do the draft show, the schedule show, the postseason show, right?
Yep.
Those three are huge.
Huge. Yep.
It's a whole show.
And if you ain't tapped into the draft show, which will happen next week, me and Hawk have been doing this. We're going on 4 to 5 years now, Hawk?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yep.
We have hits on 1 or 2, maybe 3 picks of each time we've done this draft show.
Yep.
Literally.
Yep.
I mean, literally, like team leader.
Thank you, team leader. My bad, Jacques. I absolutely appreciate it, team leader.
You good. And this time, what I would like to do for the weekly family, y'all participate as well, right? As we're doing our picks, y'all throw y'all's out there as well. So, we tend to. I don't know what it is on Titans. If y'all watch the show or whatever, y'all need to check it out, man. Because the Isaiah Wilson draft, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, who you got, Hawk? Devin or Ryan?
Devin.
I got Devin as well.
Ryan got to put down the beer and stop gaining weight before the fight, man. He's all over the place, man. I don't think he's as focused, man. I think Devin.
Yeah. Ryan is Ryan. Yeah. I say Devin. Who you got at a Tyson and Jake Paul fight? Tyson, man, you have your way with him, bro.
Tyson's old though, man. Like if Tyson catch Jake Paul's on the ground, Paul being so young, he's gonna give Tyson a run for his money, bro.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna give up on the champ, man. Champ still do his thing, man.
I feel you.
So yeah.
Cool, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we want to say thank you all for rocking with us tonight, man, for the live chop up, the pre-draft. You know what I mean? So, we will definitely have our draft show this coming up week. We're going to have our show on Bleacher Report and on YouTube. The Bleacher Report show will be more of a mock. We're going to have a full-out show on YouTube, man, breaking it down on the show. as we always do, man. Listen, we want to say thank you all, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? We really enjoy you all watching our show, man, being involved. And today was great as always. Very heavy on the draft. That helps our show, throwing those questions out to us, man. It puts us on cue, man. Hey, we gotta stay on top of it, right? So we appreciate that. Hopefully you all, of course, enjoy our show as well. So again, check us out on Bleacher Report. You can download the app. If you just click on Titans, man, you'll see us on there, man. You can follow me at Lorenzo_the Hawk. Also, Jacques at Jacques Merrill. We're on there, man. Content is continuing to add as well. You can check us out on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We're on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. Hey, we're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We are in those internet streets, man.
And when y'all check it out, please cut your notification bells on just to let you know when we go live and post any content. I know for this live, I know a couple people said it came in late. So just make sure you're doing that. Also, we're still on YouTube. I know we haven't done a live. We post shows on YouTube almost every other day, if that. So the live chop ups are not going nowhere on YouTube, and just know we're here. We got a show next week, so just tune in and be there. And again, appreciate y'all watching the show, participating, keeping us honest. Man, Hulk, take us out, man.
Hey, man, shout out. Got the TSU hat on. Hey,
yes, sir.
Hey, TSU for sure, bro. Absolutely, yes, man. Tennessee State for sure. So listen, we hope you all have a great rest of your night. Have a great weekend. Hey, be safe out there. And as we always say, and as we always do, Jacques, facts.
No paper.